Welcome to Reread. Time to go back through the Marvel comic books. Let's do this, shall we? We're going through issues 18 through 23. 18 is titled The Empire Strikes. Whoa! They almost guessed the title for episode 5. Isn't that cool? And this came out before episode 5 had been introduced. Luke sees a vision. We don't know where it is, but he goes unconscious. And he will be unconscious for like 3 issues as Han and Leia retreat to something called the Wheel. And this is a really good story. It's a gambling place that's, it has immunity from the Empire. But of course, the Empire grants immunity and they can take it away. And so the Empire is trying to, the guy who runs the Wheel is Governor Greyshade, and the Empire is trying to muscle in to capture those escaped rebels. But Greyshade, who used to be a senator in the Senate, he recognizes Princess Leia, someone who's always had a crush on. What could happen next, you say? Well, in issue 19, he captures Han and Leia, impounds the Falcon, racks up all these fees on Han, and kind of turns him loose in the gambling area to see if he can, if luck will get him back his money to, get the Falcon back. Well, Han doesn't have much money. In fact, the money he's given is like, this is not enough. And he tosses a coin to a droid, and he goes, "Here, get an oil bath. At least I won't be the only person taking a bath." When this is all said and done. He ends up joining a gladiatorial arena where he will have to fight hand-to-hand combat, but he can make the most money that way, so he's all for it. Issue 20 is basically the Imperial Captain and Greyshade kind of come to an agreement, to work together for a mutual benefit. Like he can capture the rest of the rebels or learn the secrets, but Greyshade will keep Leia for his own, I guess his love slave or something, I don't know. Han, meanwhile, fights a beast with these poison fangs. Han doesn't know how he's going to defeat him. He throws his shield, his space shield at him. It trips up the beast, who one of his fangs, who he has in his hand, I don't know how, he just broke off one of his fangs, I guess, and it scratched him in the chest. When he fails, like, uh-oh, that means he's going to die. So he tries to kill Han before he dies by his own poison-tipped fangs. You think if it's his poison, he'd be immune to it. Either way, he dies, and, Han wins. Meanwhile, Luke is tied to a hospital bed. He's still been unconscious. You're like, just in case you forgot about Luke. But he does wake up and he's missing from his medical bed. The nurse comes back and can't find him. Where is Luke Skywalker? Well, don't worry. Well, in issue 21, we find out. Luke went into a trance because he saw an image of Darth Vader and knows that he's still alive. And that just like seeing the Sand People in New Hope, when the novel says he fainted. I guess that's what Luke does again. But Luke is in a trance, and in his dream state, he's fighting Darth Vader. But in reality, when he wakes up, there's a bunch of dead guards, and Leia's going, "Luke, you saved me." He's like, "What? I didn't know what I was doing." Yeah, I don't know, Leia. I'd take maybe 1 or 2 steps back there. He's like just killing all these people, and he didn't even realize it. He was in a Jedi trance. I'd be like, let's go different ways. Meanwhile, Han Solo, even though he's won 1 fight in the arena, realizes that's not going to be enough money to get the Millennium Falcon out of the impound, so he has to go to the championship round where there's a bunch of other aliens and Chewbacca. Oh no! So of course the next cover, issue 22, is going to show Han versus Chewbacca, and at first they team up in this zero grav area. It looks like space, but with the miniature planets are exploding behind them or something. Really weird stuff. But they're in 0G gravity, and Han's blaster doesn't work. He was set up by the governor to die, because I guess he figured there was something between Han and Leia, and why not kill off the competition that way? So Han is basically using his shield. He has a blaster shield, and he's using that to deflect blast bolts off of the shield and ricochet them onto the other opponents. But when he and Chewie work together to destroy everyone, they're the only 2 that are left, and 1 person has to remain alive. 1 has to die. And he goes, "Go ahead, Chewie, shoot me." And so he does. And that's how it ends. Leia's like, "Oh no, Han is dead." Was there any kid back then who thought Han Solo had truly died? So in issue 23, we find out that Han, very quickly in the first page, Han had used his blast shield and hid it under his shirt. And Chewie shot the blast shield and it made him look like he died. So then they escape with the money to escape in the Falcon. to escape. Luke and Leia escape. Everyone escapes right before Darth Vader is coming, and he misses them just by an inch as they leave the wheel in time. These stories are fine. Again, the artwork's kind of charming. Luke is drawn like Hercules. Sometimes he's got all these big raging muscles and everything. And sometimes he's got long blonde hair. I mean, super long blonde hair. It's like whoever the artist was like, I want to draw Conan the Barbarian. Really, that's what it looked like. Chewbacca is so weird. He looks like a Sasquatch with a mustache. It is kind of weird just kind of see some of this early artwork. Princess Leia looks like a shrewd woman. You know, her eyes are kind of squinted, her mouth is really tight, her lips are very tight, and it doesn't look anything like Carrie Fisher. I mean, it's kind of weird. You can stretch, you know, your imagination a little bit, say, yeah, the characters kind of look like that, but the artwork, it's not bad, it's just odd. It's odd at times seeing how the main characters are drawn, especially Luke, who goes, every once in a while, he'll just be, I guess he just took some space steroids and hulked up, and his hair got long for one issue and then came back short again. You know, you need more consistency with your artist as well as your story. But anyway, I digress. That's it for now, folks. See you later.